social media through the social universe, and in many cases, the secrets of the universe itself. We want to thank all of you for returning back to the show. We couldn't do it without you, and we really appreciate all of our listeners out there. We also couldn't do it without our advertisers, and today's advertiser is Compound Factor. Compound Factor is the best way for you to have smooth, clear skin, no matter what age you are. If any of you happen to be women in particular who are even college age and are still struggling with acne issues, if you don't get this product, you're actually probably going to struggle with it till about you're 30 to about 38 years old. You may have a small reprieve, and then you get it again when your hormones start acting up. So that's what the research says. However, never fear, there is an option for you. You can clear up your acne both utilizing strategies from the outside, topically, and also on the inside with probiotics that Compound Factor has for you. So we really appreciate them advertising on the show. Also, if you tend to be a heavy energy drinker, you would love the Compound Factor products, which allow you to have a healthy alternative to energy drinks, which tend to be not so healthy in many arenas. So this is something that is a great alternative. You can go to compoundfactor.com. And today we are joined by Tezz Miller, who is bringing to us a lot of the social media experience that she's had as she has developed her own business online. And we are going to be covering her story during the show about how she was able to, rise to power in the fitness industry. And so we're going to be talking about her experience. So Tezz, welcome to the show.
Hello there, how are you doing?
Doing well. We appreciate you coming on the air.
Yes, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here too.
You bet. So, Tezz, you, now, a little bit later, we're going to be talking about how you, too, can become like Tezz. And if you aren't watching on YouTube, we actually are filming this, and you can actually go over to YouTube and take a look at it there. We have almost 1 million viewers. We're just short of 1 million viewers, so if you don't mind going over there and viewing your favorite material, we love the Social Universe YouTube channel that we have developed, and we actually just got ranked in the top 25 in the world as far as social media channels are concerned. So just a little bit of plug for the Social Universe.
Awesome.
But there you're going to find Tezz Miller as well, and you will find out what we found out is why she actually was the last week's overall competitive in the competitive fitness competition. She was actually the overall best of show bikini fitness winner. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Such a pleasure to be here. Yes.
So a lot of people want to know, okay, so what makes somebody great, and what brought you into the fitness arena? Let's start off like with Michael Jordan when he was younger. What was it that made you get into this industry? But we're going to ask that question later. What was it about in your youth? What were you when you were growing up that maybe led to where you are now?
Yes, well, early on in my school years, I'm involved in swimming team. I did competitive swimming when I was in high school and all throughout college. And I did also competitive singing competitions, and also singing competitions and dance troupe. I'm part of a dance troupe in my earlier years. So I guess, I have this competitive streak in me. It's just putting in dedication and hard work to it. So I guess that equipped me for what I have achieved at this point.
Absolutely. Now, what a lot of people don't know about me is that I love to dance.
Yes.
So one of the things, if you don't mind that I point out, is that fitness needs to be something that's fun. So whatever you define as fun, whether that's that you play basketball, or that you play football, or that you dance, or whatever it is, and actually I did both of those, but I also learned to love to dance. And dancing throughout life is a very great way to keep in shape, and also keep, I don't know, if I go out and take a Zumba class after I've worked out, it's a good way to cool down.
It's just also, you got to put in the fun there too, because it's all about, fun. If you're having fun and keeping in shape, and that's worth it, it makes it all fun for everybody.
Absolutely. So she made it fun when she was young. What else about when you were young? Were you on swim teams or anything like that?
Yes, I was in the swim team. We did I did some sprint competition also. I did the swim. I was in the swim team in high school and college.
Excellent.
And it was so fun because I had to be in the water. I love the water. So,
Wonderful.
so I guess if I can be in the water all day, that's great. I always love the water, so that's part of the fun part of that, being in the swim team, I guess. Yes. And
tell us about your parents. What was it like growing up? Was there anything about your upbringing that kind of kept you in the fitness industry?
Oh yes, totally. It's part of the whole thing. My mom and dad, they always inspire me to do best at what I do. I'm an only child, so I guess they had a lot of time to send me, to keep me busy, to get me out of the house. They put me in swim school, singing school, everything that they can think of, just to burn off that energy and all that hyperactivity, I guess, just to get me out of the house, I guess. But yeah, it all boils down to keeping busy and striving, setting up a goal and then achieving it. I think that my parents, taught me that, to have fun and do the best I can. Yes.
Yeah, very supportive parents. So
Definitely.
that's always something that's really, really nice to have. Let's see. So the next thing we kind of wanted to talk about is what, of all the things that you did growing up, which one do you think contributed most to you actually becoming a competitive fitness person later?
Well, I guess what it is my experience being in the doing athletic activities, like being surrounded by everything, like always competing, always out there, always trying to set a goal, and having that dedication and motivation. And I guess that's the drive in me. I always have this competitive streak in me, I guess that's what you call it. But at the same time, I love to have also camaraderie with other people. It's teamwork also. When you're in a swim team, there's teamwork. It's not just about you all the time.
Very true.
There is, camaraderie and just connecting with other people too, having the same goals and at the same time sharing it with each other. And that's part of it, I'm an only child, so I really, would like, I love having people around me who have the same goals.
It's a great way to connect.
Great way to connect.
Uh-huh.
So it's really good.
I would venture to say there's something else that really helped form you into what you are now, and is that you actually pursued your degree in
Yes.
nursing, so
Yes.
And physical therapy. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I went to school in the Philippines. I had my degree in physical therapy, and right now I went back to school. I went back to school to pursue a nursing degree at this point. But then at that time, when I finished school, an opportunity presented, and I was able to transition to a different field, wherein I got an opportunity to travel with a band. So I was in that band. We traveled different places. We went to Singapore, Malaysia, and all fun places to be. And I was in my 20s. So I said, well, I'll skip the board exam and then just travel. It sounds fun. I had that opportunity. Who doesn't want that, right?
Uh-huh.
I can't just I couldn't not take the offer, right? So
something that amazing, and that actually I would say contributed, because she's a Zumba instructor now, and dance instructor, various kinds, as well as a voice instructor as well.
Yes, for kids too. I do. I taught summer camps at one of the studios here in Arizona. So that was fun, dealing with the little kids too, and able to see them, grow and have fun with it.
Uh-huh.
So that's amazing.
Excellent. So we have about 4 minutes left in the segment, and so we want to take a moment and just share with your audience members some things that if you did, let me see if I can spit this question out. Are there any things that you wish you had done better when you were younger, as advice to those who maybe are so young people now as they prepare to potentially be a competitive fitness person later? Was there anything you wish you had done differently when you were younger?
Oh, no, not at all. I enjoyed every moment of it. And this is what I tell people. It's not about It's not about achieving and being perfect all the time. It's the journey. That's the most important thing. It's that accomplishment that when you do it, there's this transformation, and that alone you can definitely celebrate that. So I wouldn't do anything different than that. Just really enjoy the moment. Whatever opportunity presents itself, just embrace it and have fun with it. That's all I can say.
Now, for those of you who may have done something when you were younger, like me,
Yes.
that I regret, is that I actually had a wrestling injury. And so
Aw.
I do want to tout
Yeah.
your skills from the standpoint that that's where it's nice to have physical therapists, things of that nature, and people know from my previous talk shows, both here and on Ageless Living, is that for 20 years I struggled with a physical therapy issue in my knee, both knees actually, one due to wrestling, one due to a car wreck, and we've been able to overcome both of those.
Definitely. I had the same issue
similar
too.
issues.
Yes, I had
Okay.
a problem with my rotator cuff.
Uh-huh.
There's an interstitial tear in that part. Then I said, I went to the doctor and I said, you got to go to physical therapy. Oh, what a minute. I think I know a little bit about that.
I'm a physical therapist.
I know. So you know what? I skipped the physical therapy session and I did it on my own. I started when I let it heal and then after that I just started lifting slowly and I'm back in the game. So everybody can try to do the same thing I do, but yeah, just take it easy and do what you can.
Absolutely, you'll be amazed at what simple advice that can be given, and where you can actually do things to help heal yourself.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
different show, different stuff, but I think Tezz is very qualified to talk to you about that at another
you're
time.
Awesome. So thank you, bless your heart. I think yeah, just the experience helped me out a bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're coming to the end of the segment, and we wanted to be able to give you a way to contact Tezz, and so I'm going to give you a few, and Tezz is going to give you a few, because this is a social media show, and throughout this we're going to talk a little bit about how Tezz is able to use her social media. So one of them that we haven't talked a ton about on the show is Instagram. Instagram is a great way to be able to put your photos into nice viewable segments,
yes.
And be able to I'm not going to use the word Photoshop, but just arrange them nicely. So Instagram, obviously purchased by Facebook, so it's something you can integrate with your Facebook use really, really nicely. And her Instagram is Fitness Tezz, and Tezz is with 2 Z's, Fitness,
Yes.
T-E-Z-Z. And then on Facebook, you can find her on Tezz Miller, T-E-Z-Z Miller. And she also has a new Facebook because she was just the overall contest winner for the NPC National Bikini competition. So it's very, very long, Tezz. I'm going to let you share it.
Sure. You can find me on Tezz Miller, NPC National Bikini Competitor. If you just Google that, and it'll show up. It actually ties in with my other Facebook account, Tezz Miller. So you can find it there or Google it, and you can reach me there, and we'll share our journey, my journey, and your journey too as well.
Absolutely. So make sure you go out there and like the page. If you want to follow her on Twitter, you can find her at Tezzmania Studio, Tezzmania Studio. And then you might get some of that great nutrition information that she shares once in a while out there. And then also there's a couple of emails that you
Yes,
can
I
you
do
can reach
have
her.
an email. Any questions, reach me at tezzumba@gmail.com. That's tezzumba@gmail.com. The other one is Tezz143. That's Tezz143@gmail.com. Feel free to ask me any questions. I give free consultations, one-time consultation for free. Definitely reach out to me and I'll help you.
And you might even get a chance, the only chance you'll ever have to be her +1, if you go to Google Plus and add her.
Please add me. Yes, we can interact there.
Absolutely.
Yes, we'd love to share.
You bet. So using the tezzumba@gmail.com. Now, when they do Tezz Zumba, it's only 2 Z's.
Yes.
Rather than
2
3
Z's,
Z's.
yes.
Okay. And then also Tezzmania Studio on Google
Studio,
Plus.
yes.
All right, so obviously there's many, many ways to be found in the social media. Tezz is doing a great job of that, and we're going to be talking about that when we come back from break. How you can create a little bit of a business, a lot of a business, using a little bit of a free program called social media.
Awesome.
Lots of programs, so it's a lot of fun.
Yes, definitely.
Tezz, thank you for joining us on the show.
Oh, it's such a pleasure. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We will be back after the break, still with Tezz, but we're going to talk about some other, a little bit about her business. So don't go away. We'll be right back when we come back from break. This is Kurt Wilhelm, the host of The Social Universe, here on Voice America and World Talk Radio, joined by Tezz Miller. We'll be right back.